Welcome to The Explainer. We're about to tackle a question today that it could literally change your financial future. No exaggeration. So let's just cut to the chase. What is the single biggest AI business opportunity out there right now? And I'm not talking about some far-off, futuristic, pie-in-the-sky idea. Nope, we're talking about real, tangible businesses you can start today, from scratch, with 0 employees. And that's exactly what we're doing here. Look, this isn't some get-rich-quick nonsense. What we're going to do is break down 5 very real, super high-potential AI business models. And these are based on insights from someone who's already made millions doing this stuff. So yeah, let's dive in. All right, so we're going to count them down, starting with number 5, and working our way up to what could be the single biggest business opportunity of the next 10 years. You ready? Okay, kicking us off at number 5, the AI appointment center. Now, just think about it for a sec. Every small business out there, I'm talking dentists, roofers, you name it, they live and die by the appointments they book. But hiring a full-time receptionist, that's expensive. So this service, it uses AI to handle all their inbound calls, book those crucial appointments, and lock in sales leads. It's like giving them a super efficient employee for just a fraction of the cost. So let's break down the numbers, right? The startup cost, super low, especially because there are all these no-code tools you can use to build the systems. The effort, I'd call it medium. You got to do some basic sales and tech setup, but the income potential? Okay, this is where it gets really exciting. We're talking $500 to $1,000 a day. That's just a massive return. And look, this isn't just theory. In a live demo, an AI handled objections and booked a meeting. And the conversation sounded completely human. The reaction in the room was just jaw-on-the-floor amazement. It honestly feels like magic. And when you show that to a business owner, come on, that service practically sells itself. Okay, so the appointment setter handles inbound calls. Great. But our number 4 idea tackles another huge pain point for businesses: content. I mean, let's be real. Every business has to be a media company these days, but they are drowning in all their long-form content. So this AI content repurposing service, what you do is you take their long podcasts or YouTube videos, you feed them into tools like Opus Clip, and poof, it automatically slices them into dozens of short, viral-ready clips for TikTok, Instagram, you name it. And here we go again with the numbers. The cost? Low. The effort? Medium. But check this out. The income potential jumps up to between $750 and $1,000 a day. Now, why is that? It's simple. The demand for short-form video content right now is it's absolutely insatiable. And if you want to know what that looks like in the real world, there's this freelancer mentioned in the source material who's doing this exact thing. Get this. With only 7 clients, they're pulling in $30,000 a month. That right there is the power of solving a massive nagging pain point for people. All right, so we've covered voice, we've covered video. Now, coming in at number 3, we're tackling text with the AI sales chatbot. I mean, just think about it. Businesses get slammed with DMs and messages on social media, right? And what happens to most of them? Nothing. They just go unanswered. That's where you come in. You use a platform like ManyChat, set up a smart AI, and suddenly all those missed connections are turned into real qualified sales leads. Now, for this one, the cost and effort are both going to be medium. And that's really just because it might involve a few more tools, maybe a little bit of light custom coding to really dial it in for a business. But the payoff, the income potential takes a big leap, all the way up to $1,500 a day. To a client, this feels like free money. Why? Because you're capturing revenue that was literally just vanishing into thin air before. And you want proof? There's a company called GetRev.io that operates in this exact space. They went from 0 to $60,000 a month in under 7 months. That's $2,000 a day. It just goes to show you, this whole chat economy thing is a massive and still growing opportunity. All right, things are about to get real serious. The first 3 ideas, they were all about talking to the outside world. But number 2, this one looks inward. It's the AI data cleanup agency. You have to understand, most businesses are an absolute mess on the inside. Their data is just scattered everywhere. Emails, spreadsheets, their CRM, their customer software. So what's the service? You come in, you clean up that entire mess, and then you put a custom AI right on top of it so the CEO can ask questions and get instant answers about their own company. It's a game changer. And here's the crucial thing to grasp. At this point, you're not just providing a service anymore. Nope. You're a consultant, a strategist, So yeah, the cost and effort are medium, but the income potential is just huge. We're talking up to $3,000 a day. And the reason you can charge that is because the insights you unlock for them, they can save a company millions. And the proof, as always, is in the numbers. There's a company called Precision.co that used this exact playbook. They went from zero to $700,000 in just 7 months. Think about that. They became the go-to experts that big companies were absolutely desperate to hire. And here we are, the #1 spot. This idea, it taps into a massive, massive trend right now, executive burnout. And it focuses on the priceless value of, well, focus. It's the AI inbox and calendar manager. Your entire job is to build a custom AI executive assistant that automates like 95% of a CEO's email and meeting management. You're not just selling software, you are literally selling them back their most valuable asset, their time. And this is just the ultimate combination, folks. The cost? It's surprisingly low to get started. The effort is medium, because you'll need to work closely with these execs to really learn their workflows. But the income potential it's just staggering. We're talking $3,000 to $5,000 a day. For any busy leader, this is an absolute no-brainer. And just to put a final massive exclamation point on this, a company in this space called Fixer grew its revenue by $9 million, not over a decade, in the last 5 months. Do the math, that's $27,000 a day. The scale of this opportunity is just, it's off the charts. Okay, so we've seen the what, all 5 incredible business ideas. Now let's talk about the how. Here is your 4-step playbook to make any of these a reality. It's called the AI Startup Ladder, and honestly, this is the secret key to all 5 of these businesses. So let's break it down real quick. Step 1, validate. Before you build a single thing, you get on the phone and you prove that people actually want to buy what you're selling. Step 2, pre-sell. This is huge. You collect the cash before you build anything. This is what funds your development. Step 3, deliver. You get your very first customer a massive win, and you do it fast. We're talking like within 48 hours. And finally, step 4, build. Once you've proven the whole thing works manually, then you productize it and automate it so you can scale. Okay, so how does that first step, validate, actually work in the real world? It's one thing to say it, but what does it sound like? Let's actually listen in on a piece of a validation call for that #1 business, the AI Inbox Manager. Now, the key here is to stop talking about features and gadgets and start talking about their pain. So after listening to this potential client just vent about their frustrations, the pivotal question was asked. Something like, hey, forget the time for a second. What's the gap in opportunity here? What is solving this actually worth to you? And the answer he got back was astounding. The client didn't just say, oh, that would be nice. No, they put a number on it. They translated 10 hours of saved time into a concrete monetary value. They said, at a minimum, it would be $10,000 a week in upside for their business. That right there is validation. That's when you know you've found a pain point that is absolutely worth solving. So let's wrap this all up. What are your final takeaways? First, pick one of these businesses, the one that really genuinely fascinates you. Don't just pick the one with the biggest number. Second, you have to follow that 4-step ladder, especially the first 2 steps, validate and pre-sell. And third, and this is maybe the most important rule of all, AI provides the answers, but you're the one who has to take the action. Yeah, that's the part that is still 100% human. It's about doing the work, picking up the phone, learning from your customers, putting in the reps. AI gives you this incredible leverage, but you still have to be the one to actually push the lever. So the only question that's really left is, what are you going to build?